Hey, ladies. Hey, it's me, Angela Young. I'm so excited to be on here with you guys. I don't know how many of you will be watching this live or not because Saturday is what it is. It's Saturday, right? We're running errands, we're cleaning the house, we're hanging out with our families, or we're at events, or we're running our business, or whatever you do on Saturdays. So whether you're watching this live or if you're watching this on a whole other day or 5 years from now, hey girl, just wanted to say good morning. So glad that you're here spending this little bit of time with me. I'm not going to be on very long, but listen, I woke up and I had a thought to share with you guys, and so I wanted to jump on here and share it with you real quick. So if you saw the title of this video, it is Facebook fact or fiction. Facebook fact or fiction. All right, I'm going to encourage you guys real quick, and then we're going to jump off of here. So I wanted to talk about the comparison trap. Anybody ever heard of the comparison trap? Give me a thumbs up if you've heard of the comparison trap. Comparing ourselves to each other is definitely a trap. You can get all caught up in the trap of comparison. I have gotten caught up in the trap of comparison before, and I'm not saying like 5 years ago or 20 years ago when I was 20 years old, or I'm talking about like as recent as maybe a few days ago, okay? And I might be tempted to walk into that trap even today or tomorrow, because the comparison trap is so real, and especially when we're talking about social media. We all know about social media because we're on it right now, right? This Facebook group, we're on social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Snapchat, we're on WhatsApp, we're on LinkedIn, and whatever other social medias exist that I don't even know about. You guys, if we're not careful, we can really get caught up in comparing ourselves to one another, comparing ourselves to others. And I just want to get on here and encourage you not to do that. Have you ever looked at pictures that someone posted? And I know maybe you won't admit it like I will, because you know what? Let me say this. I am all about being honest, transparent, and real. Okay, look, this is how honest, transparent, and real I'm gonna be. It is not even 10:30 a.m. I have nowhere to be until I go to the gym later. And I got up and used color corrector and concealer. I drew my eyebrows on, y'all, because I look like a totally different person without my eyebrows. And I did all of this. I threw on this pink sweatshirt and took my hair wrapped down and all of that to jump on here and do this live video. That's a lot to be doing when you have nowhere to go on a Saturday morning. And I'm going to go to the gym in about an hour and just sweat it all off. But for some reason on social media or in the public, we feel like we need to present a certain image that may or may not be the full truth. And sometimes we look at people's presentations, representation, and we compare ourselves, and we don't know what that woman had to go through to look that way, to get where she is, to have what she's got. So yeah, prime example. If I came on here without all of this, y'all would have been DMing me like, Angela, are you okay? You got dark circles and want me to help you do your eyebrows, girl? So yeah, but we compare ourselves to what we see on social media when it may not be quite what we think it is. I had to straighten this room up. I had to make sure that the closet was closed and the dresser is broken, so I had to make sure that it was shut tight. I had to take the stuff off this bed. But someone may look at this room, at this background, and think, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, it's so perfect. It wasn't 10 minutes ago. And matter of fact, my sister-in-law, who's watching right now, she purchased all of this furniture. So yeah, I mean, you never know. Oh, and the perfect lighting is a ring light that I have set up. Okay, I did not wake up like this. And I honestly had to tell myself before I went too far, do not put on lashes. Just don't do it. You don't need to put on lashes, Angela, for this video. Comparison trap. And we look at social media and we determine maybe what our life should be based on what we see. Or maybe we get very, very upset about what our life is not because of what we see. Maybe we throw ourselves into to seasons of anxiety or stress trying to keep up with what we see. So social media, it can be a wonderful thing like it is here in this group, or it can pose challenges and cause problems like comparison. Facebook, what we're seeing, is it fact or is it fiction? Check this out. So December 25th, 2019, we all know what that day is, right? Christmas Day. Well, in my world, it's also my husband's birthday. And so I wanted to celebrate his birthday in a big way last year. And so I booked 2 days for us at a resort in Fountain Hills, Arizona, which is just a gorgeous place. And the resort was gorgeous. We had been there before, one of our favorite places. And so I decided I wanted to schedule 2 nights for us at this resort to celebrate his birthday. All right. Now, if you are friends with me here on Facebook, you might have seen these pictures. If you're not friends with me here on Facebook, let's be friends, okay? Send me a friend request. But if you are friends with me on Facebook, you might have seen the pictures of my Christmas, of my husband's birthday. It was gorgeous. It was a fireplace because we had a fireplace in the room. We had our Christmas stockings hung up at that fireplace. We brought a little miniature Christmas tree that had Christmas lights on it. We brought all of our presents and we set them all up around the fireplace. It was gorgeous. I mean, picture perfect. And I took a picture, several pictures of that fireplace scene and posted it. Merry Christmas, happy birthday to my husband, okay, all of that. Now, if someone didn't know, they might look at that picture, and maybe not you, because we all don't deal with comparison or jealousy or anything like that. But if you didn't know what was really, really going on, you might look at that photograph and think, wow, my Christmas doesn't look like that. I wish that I had a fireplace in my house. I wasn't at my house. Or I wish that I could afford a perfect Christmas at a resort. Let me tell y'all, it was not a perfect Christmas at all. It was not a perfect Christmas. So what you couldn't see in the picture is this. When we checked into our room, I was so excited because one of the main reasons I chose this resort was because of the fireplace, right? So we walk in, I see the fireplace, I'm super excited. I go to flip the switch and it's like a real flame, right? It's an open flame. I flip the switch to turn on the gas. Nothing. I mean, nothing, y'all. That fireplace did not come on. My husband's unpacking things in the room, and I'm like trying to figure out why this fireplace is not working. Like I said, this is the reason I chose this resort. So I was, needless to say, not very happy at all. This is a very expensive resort. It's my husband's birthday. It's Christmas Eve, and I came here for the fireplace, and the fireplace did not come on. Y'all, I was not happy. So I called the front desk, and meanwhile, my husband is still unpacking all of our things. I had cooked a whole meal, like Christmas dinner, and Tupperwared it. So he's unpacking it, putting it in the room fridge, and I'm upset that the fireplace is not coming on. So I called the front desk. Hang on, because there's a reason I'm sharing this. I called the front desk And I told the man at the front desk, I said, our fireplace isn't working, and we really, really wanted to have a fireplace for tonight. It's one of the main reasons that we booked your resort. Is there anyone that can come fix it, or what can we do? So he said, we're just going to put you in a different room if that's okay. So I said, that's fine. And I said, thank you. I was very nice on the phone, and I hung up. So I told my husband, who had unpacked everything, and I mean 7, 8, 9, 10 Tupperwares of Christmas dinner that I had cooked, and took out the Christmas tree, plugged it in, and now we had to pack all this stuff back up. So it is what it is. It's okay, no problem. I'm just grateful to be here. It's Christmas Eve. It's my husband's birthday is tomorrow. Just let's pack it up. So we packed everything up. And there was a knock on the door, and it was the valet guy, and he dropped off keys. He said, it's just right upstairs, so I'm just going to give you the key, and when you guys are ready, you can just shoot upstairs. So we packed everything up, and we we headed upstairs to the room upstairs. Great, it's not even far. It's literally like right upstairs. So we go outside, we go upstairs, and we key into our room. I run over to the fireplace. I flip the switch first thing, and it comes on. Yes, the fireplace is working. So I'm excited. So we start to unpack everything, and it's a little chilly in the room. So I went over to the thermostat, and I hit the on button, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. The display screen was blank. Nothing happened. I didn't hear that lovely sound of the heat coming on. I didn't smell the heat. Nothing happened, guys. I was like, really? So I told my husband, I was like, we don't have any heat. And he's like, what? And I know we're in Phoenix, Arizona, but those of you that live here know we still turn our heat on. It gets cold in the winter. It's Christmas Eve. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just call the front desk, and they'll send someone to tell me how to turn it on or to fix it. So I called the front desk. Again, we're at a resort in Fountain Hills, Arizona, just an amazing resort. And so I called the front desk. I pick up the phone to call the front desk, and the phone doesn't work. I'm like hitting the hang up button, pressing buttons. I hung up the phone, picked it up. Nothing, guys. The phone didn't work. So I couldn't even call the front desk. So we still have the keys from the room downstairs. So I run downstairs, and my husband went with me, and I picked up the phone, and I called the front desk, and I said, hey, the heat doesn't work in the new room that you gave us. Can you send someone to fix the heat or look at it? Or maybe I'm not pushing the right button, but we need the heat. Can you send someone? So the front desk guy was like, well, I'm sorry, we sent all of our maintenance crew home because it's Christmas Eve, so there's no one here to fix the heat. And so we're so sorry, but if you would like, you can stay in the room. And I said, oh, and the phone didn't work upstairs, so I had to come downstairs to call you. And he was like, I'm so sorry, well, actually he didn't apologize. He didn't even apologize, not one time. So he said, well, you can stay in the room downstairs if that's going to be more comfortable for you, because you have the heat, but unfortunately I know you won't have your fireplace. He said, so it's up to you. You have a choice of what you would like to do tonight, but I'm sorry. Didn't apologize. I keep saying I'm sorry, but we don't have anyone that can come. So my husband and I decided that we would just stay upstairs because my husband was like, whatever you want, babe, it's totally up to you. So I said, well, I want the fireplace, and maybe the fireplace will heat up the room. It was currently 62 degrees in the room. And so I said, well, yeah, I want the fireplace. We've got the tree. We've got the Christmas stockings. I want to hang them by the fireplace. We don't have a fireplace at home. This is why we're at this resort. So we went back upstairs and started to unpack everything in the rooms to settle in. And then my husband goes into the restroom, and he comes out, and he was like, babe, there is a horrible smell coming from the bathroom. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I go in the bathroom. It's gorgeous. There are marble countertops and this huge soaking tub, and it's beautiful. And I go into the little toilet area. What's it called? Somebody tell me in the comments when you go into the separate room where the toilet is. Y'all, it was like something crawled into the toilet and died. I don't know what it was. And I was brave. I opened the tank and there was nothing there. Because I was like, did something die in there? Maybe they haven't used this room in a while. A resort in Fountain Hills. I'm not going to say the names. I'm not going to shade them. But this should not be happening. It's Christmas Eve. It's my husband's birthday. So I came out. I was like, babe, this is just terrible. So after all of that, I just said, the fireplace will warm up the room. Let's just settle in. It's Christmas Eve. We're here to celebrate my husband's birthday, which is on Christmas Day. And let's just settle in. So we did turn the fireplace on, and slowly the room heated up. Unfortunately, still at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, we fell asleep with the fireplace on, which is not safe, but we didn't want to freeze in Phoenix. I know. We didn't want to freeze, so we fell asleep with the fireplace on. But then at 2 a.m., it's blazing hot in the room. And because the thermostat is broken, there's no AC to kick on to cool it back down. So we were getting up every hour or so, turning the fireplace on, turning the fireplace off, turning the fireplace on, turning the fireplace off, because it was hot and then it was cold. And I was like, what in the world? And to top it all off, my husband got sick. He woke up the next morning. He had symptoms before we got there, but by the next morning, he was full on like flu symptoms. Happy birthday and Merry Christmas, honey. But in the midst of all of that, I snapped the perfect photograph of the fireplace with the Christmas tree and the Christmas stockings. Looking at that picture, you would think that we had, and I posted the pictures. I didn't mention any of these issues that were coming up. I didn't mention them. I took pictures. I talked about how beautiful the resort was. I took pictures from the balcony the next morning of the beautiful sunrise overlooking Fountain Hills. And you would never know that I was having a straight out fit at least 5 times that night. You would never know that. But someone else might look at that and think my Christmas Eve was so uneventful. I don't even have a husband, or I wish I had a whole lot of money. Please, I got a deal on Groupon, okay? Or whatever the case may be, and it may even ruin their whole Christmas day because they didn't have the picture perfect Christmas that Angela Young had. I'm telling you, everything that you see on Facebook, not everything you see on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, is what it is. It's not always as picture perfect as it may seem. Now, I'm not saying this because, yeah, girl, because people be faking and fronting on here, and I bet you their marriage ain't as happy as they make it look, and I bet you she didn't get no sleep with her newborn baby last night, and I bet you she's stressed out at her job. She's the CEO, but I bet you she's stressed out with all that work. Okay, let's not be haters, okay? And let's not send word curses to people. Then there's that. And let's not do that to make ourselves feel better about what we may or may not have going on in our lives. Some people's photographs are fact. That's why the title of this video is Fact or Fiction. But my point is, don't compare yourself. Do not compare yourself. You may say, I need to lose weight. You look at the picture of the woman who is chiseled and fit. You have no idea. You have no idea. Oh, she's always been physically fit, or she's not fit. She knows this, she ain't that, whatever. You don't know how hard she had to work. You don't know if she wishes that she could gain weight. You don't know. You just don't know. Okay. And so do not compare yourself to other people. Don't be jealous. Don't be envious. Please don't be a hater. Please don't throw shade and don't gossip about people. Don't do any of the things that come about when you compare yourself to someone else. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12 tells us that it is not wise, that it is foolish to compare ourselves to each other. I wish I could do that like her. I wish I had this like her. I wish I wasn't this like she. I wish this, I wish that. Compare, compare, compare. If anything, be inspired by the blessings that someone else has. Celebrate the blessings that someone else has. Message her and say, girl, you're looking good. Congratulations on your promotion. I love the way your house is decorated in your live video. Or your newborn baby is beautiful. Congratulations. But don't compare yourself. The pictures of the vacation. Don't assume that it's fake. And don't go to your husband, show him the pictures of the flowers that her husband sent her, giving him a hard time because he ain't sent you flowers like that. You get the flowers from Fry's. You don't get the $200. Don't do that, because you can take your wonderful life, the blessings that God has given you, and just throw them all away because you're comparing yourself to someone else. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. The comparison trap, comparing ourselves to others will steal your joy. It will steal your joy. It will rob you of the blessings that you do have. And it will rob you of the joy that comes from celebrating the blessings that other people have. Do not compare yourself. It can ruin relationships. It can ruin relationships. You can't even look your sister in the face anymore because you've been so busy being bitter and resentful or gossiping about her in your own head to yourself or to other people. It can prevent you from entering into a relationship with that woman because you can't get over the fact that she has something that you don't have, or whatever the case may be. Do not compare. You don't know. You don't know what's going on in their lives. You don't know how hard they work to get to where they are and to have what they have. And remember that what God has for you is for you. He has blessings. He has an expected end for you. He has just great things planned for you. Hey, Danielle. And so you don't need to compare yourself to other women. Celebrate that woman. And yeah. I feel like I'm rambling right now. So, be grateful. One thing that you can do, because I'm not going to act like it's always easy to look at social media and not compare. Like I've done it where you're scrolling through your news feed and you wish that you had good news to post, and you scroll along and you wish that you had a new car, like their new car, and you scroll along and you see that they got a new house and you're still renting. You scroll along and, I know that it can be very hard sometimes. Just don't step into the trap. It is a complete trap. It will trap you in depression, anxiety, stress, bitterness, gossip. It's not pleasing to God because the word tells us that we should not compare ourselves. Sis, let me tell you, you are awesome. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. You are blessed. Someone somewhere wishes that they could have what you have. So be grateful. Choose to be grateful. Choose to give God praise. Choose to say thank you for what you have and who you are and where you're at in your life right now. You may not be where you want to be, but you are exactly where God needs you to be so that he can get you where you're going to be, so that he can get to you what it is that you're going to have. So I just wanted to jump on here and encourage you ladies with that. Happy Saturday. Choose to be grateful. Choose to be positive. Choose to celebrate your sisters. It will make all the difference in the world. Facebook, fact, fiction, it really doesn't matter. Just be grateful for what you have and celebrate the women in your life. Got it? Amen. I love you. Have a great, great, great day. Remember to invite your girlfriends to this Woman to Woman FCC Facebook group. And yeah, have a great day. Bye.